Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here, and we got some new gear to show you. This thing's pretty freaking awesome. So we've been looking for night vision, IR, things like that, and we've been going through many different types of products trying to figure out a good one to actually promote here on the channel. So this one here, we finally found one. This is the Oneleaf NV200. Alright, this product here was sent to me for review, and I liked it so much I went ahead and joined their affiliate programming because these things are freaking awesome. Now, with night vision and IR capability binoculars, I wanted to find something that allowed me to record. All right, so this does have a SD card recording here on the side. You can actually take the SD card directly out, put it in your computer so you can do your editing and things like that with your video footage. And I'm going to put it back in here. Snaps right in place. You got a rubber guard mount. You just snap that back in place to keep water, moisture, and things like that out of it. On this side here, you got the battery banks. There's two sets of batteries in here. This thing here uses a USB Type-C to charge up. This thing is awesome. Everything, your charging port, your SD card, all this stuff is over here on this back side. You can even hook up earphones so you can actually hear the audio recording that you're getting in this, and also records audio. Now, this right here is a lens cover, but it's also designed for operation during the daytime. So you can actually use this during the day as a binocular or at night. But during the daytime, you just screw that on. Helps with the protecting the lens and everything else. Works great at nighttime. You take it off so you get a better field of view. Everything on this thing. Here's all the buttons on top, all the controls. Very self-explanatory. Inside the box does come with a manual. I definitely recommend reading the manual because it goes over everything from video selection, from taking video quality, and also taking photo pictures with this. You can do all this stuff. Now inside this, it has a built-in IR, and also has a picture-in-picture mode. You can actually use that to zoom into an object that you're trying to look at without losing your field of range, because you'll have your basic video that you're looking through, and then you have a picture-in-picture pop up. That's zoomed into that area that you're trying to look at, so you don't lose track of what it is that you're trying to view. Also with this, it's got a laser pointer. Pretty neat. This thing's got some massive range too. This laser pointer, it's right here on the bottom. All right, it's got a little dust cover rubber mount that you can put over top. When you're trying to target something, it's easy to hit that laser pointer so you know exactly what we're going to be viewing at, and then you can easily find it through your binoculars. Now, with the NV200, they have an adapter set so you can actually put a rangefinder on. Right here in the center, there's some little connections. They actually sell a rangefinder for this. It mounts right there, lays right on top. I don't have the rangefinder, so I can't test that out, but that rangefinder will work with this binocular set. So I want to get my hands on it so I can actually do some testing on the rangefinder too. So we're going to take this thing out. We're going to get some daytime video footage for you. Also tonight we're going to get some nighttime shots so we can show you the quality and stuff. I've been playing around with this thing already. I've had it for a few days now, and I love it. One of the things I love best about it, it has a tripod mount. This screw is a 1/4 inch screw here, screw hole. This thing mounts right onto your tripods. So one of the big things I run into trying to find nice binoculars, because these things are heavy, all right? They're not light, which means they're well made, is when I'm trying to view it, it bounces around a lot. You know, you can jump a lot trying to do it by hand. Well, having two hand holds does help out a lot, but having that tripod mount, you put it directly on the tripod mount and you just move to location, smooth effect, freaking awesome. One of the things I want to show you is the removable lenses. They have many different types of lenses you can get. This thing here it is on this side right here. You can change out and go with different millimeter size lenses. Freaking awesome. So it just locks in place, just like that. And now you got your new lens. Now after you change out your lens, of course, you're gonna have to re-zoom everything in. Everything's right here on the top. Makes it so much easier just to zoom in. But it also has a digital zoom, all right? You got an up and down button right here. You can zoom out, zoom in, zoom in, zoom out while you're doing your video feed. You don't have to have it already zoomed in to start recording. While you're recording, you can zoom in and zoom out while you're recording. It doesn't affect it one bit. It will zoom in, zoom out just fine. So I want to take the time and go over what's in the box. This is the C-type charger, USB C-type charger, manual lens cloth, nice carry bag, feels like felt, keeps things from getting all scratched up, and we've got a strap for your binocular set. Oh, you've got real nice clips right there. And this looks like, this is a tripod mount. A screw right there. So with this, you can actually use this to mount to the binoculars, and you can use this Velcro strap to strap down on your tripod. Or if you're like me, you've got plenty of adapters, adapter plates, go right on. Or if you have a tripod that just has the 1/4-inch screw on the top, you can just mount it straight on there. My tripods are heavy duty ones that come with a mounting plate, which makes it displaces the weight perfectly. So without further ado, let's go take this out. We're going to go ahead and get the daytime footage for you so you can check that out, and then we're also going to do the nighttime footage, because this stuff is awesome. Like I said, it does have a built-in mic. I believe the mic is on top. There's a little small hole right here above the power button. I believe that's it. One of the things I want to point out to you is that this thing has many different settings for the nighttime use. Now, in the past on ones I've done reviews on for other companies, as soon as you turn on the IR, you got a bright red light. And I didn't like the idea of being able to see that from a distance from somebody looking at my location. This does have a red light, but it also has a selection that you can go into that removes the red light. All right, it does an IR, but it's not as bright as if you use the red light, but you do have the option to turn that off. And when actually, matter of fact, when you first turn on your IR, it's set in that mode. And then when you intensify your IR, the red light comes out. So we're going to go and check this out. Okay, so we have just powered up everything. I'm hoping that that actually comes on film. Powering up everything. You're probably looking at my face right now. Very great, nice sized LED screen on the inside here. Now with this, let me get this zoomed in, focused in a little bit better. There we go. I don't know if that's going to show up or not on film. It's got a great screen. Okay, so this is on the IR mode, is actually already set up on this. So I'm also recording, so let me stop that. Let me stop recording. And I'm gonna show you, when you throw on your intensity of your IR, you see the red light on this lens. So when you're going through your IR and you keep on changing your intensity, that's how bright that red light will be. Now, when you first go into IR mode, you see that red light has been turned off. I still have IR. It's just not intensified as much as going through the selection. So my range at night is not as long of a distance if I had the intensity all the way up, but you won't know I'm operating this because there's no red beam being shown right now. Now we're in daytime mode here. We got the IR off. Anytime you use the daytime mode, it's recommended, and actually this thing will even remind you to put the lens hood on. That's what this is, lens hood. All right, at nighttime, when you're using IR, you just unscrew it, take it off. That's a metal plate. All right, so it's not some cheap plastic plate, that's metal. Very nice. So in the daytime mode, like I've shown, great footage, 4K at 120 frames per second. Now in the video footage of this, when you're going through and trying to find out what you want to use, let me get to the menu. You got a menu button up here as well, and you use the arrows to scroll through. You have movie mode. You can see what type of quality you want. Right now I've got it set up at 4K 30 frames per second. Still frames, you can change your photo size and quality. You got PIP on and off. On and off on the PIP, just hold that down and it'll change it. To activate your laser, let's go ahead and get that on. To activate this laser, take that hood shroud off, and there it is. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this much on here. I've got this going behind me here. I stood at the end of our dirt road and shot down. That's 1/8 of a mile. And I could hit the building at the end of the road. And I can still see this. This is a very powerful laser light. Very powerful. So you're able to track that also when you're using this. And to turn that off, you just hit it again and it turns right off. Put on your dust cover. And there you go. So with the laser light, what would you be using that for? If you're trying to set up a surveillance stuff at nighttime, you just turn on the laser light and get your camera and everything in position. You know where you're going to be looking at. Turn it off, hit your record, hit your IR. That way you can actually see you're already set up in position. Now you could do it at nighttime without using the laser. You can, kind of fumble around and try to find out where you're going to do it at. That's up to you. The laser is pretty cool to have. So let me turn this off. Hold down the button. And I'm looking at the screen, powering off. So like I said at the beginning, we are affiliated with this company. The reason I chose this over the other ones, I've tested out many on the channel and a lot of them just fall flat. This one here, built heavy duty, has the availability to turn off that red light for your IR. The other ones I've done reviews on did not have that. This is important. So having this as a prepper, you can do surveillance of your property, things like that without being seen. Freaking awesome. Now also on top of that, we have our other channel. This equipment is going to be used all the time because we do a lot of night footage and stuff during our investigations for the paranormal, and having something like this, even better. The tripod and everything set up in position, hit record, we can walk away from the location. So this thing's pretty cool. If you use our affiliate links, of course, we make a percentage of all sales. We've always been open about that. That's up to you. You could always purchase directly through the company if you decide this is something you want to do. Decide if this is something you want to get somebody for Christmas or anything like that. You can go directly through them. You can go through us. Either way, links are in the description for this, guys. Very cool item. This thing's just heavy duty. I mean, it really is. This thing's got some weight, but when you got both hands in the straps, it's really not that bad because you're using two hands, and actually the stability of it's pretty cool. But having the mount for a tripod, that's a game changer on this, because all the ones I've used, I've had a strap on top of a tripod and stuff because there's no mounts. I want to be able to set up a tripod, lay in the prone position, that way I can scope out an area without being seen. Being on a tripod, little short tripod, just eye level, perfect. All right, guys, definitely do appreciate you hanging out with us. Like I said, it's up to you on that. I like it. I'm glad that they contacted me to do a review on this. Freaking awesome.